Before all that, I want to talk to you about the hysterical hoo-ha that's taken hold of much of our media and political class, with shrieks of horror revolving around a single word, one word: invasion. For example, Diane Abbott this week implied that Suella Braverman's rhetoric had contributed to the alleged rape of a teenage boy at a hotel housing refugees. According to pockets of our activist class, the use of the word invasion is yet further confirmation of this Brexit-backing Tory fascism that seized power in number 10. It's utterly cartoon, with the Home Secretary Suella Braverman depicted as being anti-migrant. But as many of you capable of applying common sense to the issue, this hysteria over a simple word simply highlights how blatantly out of touch with the public these people are. In a focus group conducted by the pollster JL Partners, a group of swing voters, that's the kind of voters that decide elections, they decided, without a single dissenting voice, that Suella Braverman was correct to describe what's taking place at our southern border as an invasion. Unlike the Twitter-reading political and media class, they believed that the Home Secretary has good ideas and that Britain is full and at capacity, arguing that politicians simply don't get it when it comes to borderless Britain. The focus group raised concerns around access to healthcare and housing, with a new influx of migration coming into the country. And they're right to do so, if you ask me. Every MP, right, kicking off over the use of the word invasion by Suella, ought to be told by the government, this is what I'd do if they put me in charge, they ought to be told by the government that their constituencies are going to receive a load of the 40,000 primarily single men that have arrived over the English Channel this year. Let's see if their constituents agree with their virtue signalling MP. I'm sure they would very quickly find that 40,000 people arriving into their community in an unwanted manner is so clearly the definition of an invasion. It's a small army, right? The British Army only comprises of 79,000 regular full-time personnel. So if it's not an invasion, what is it? What do you call it when someone penetrates a nation's border without permission? I'd absolutely love for Labour and others to answer that simple question. If 1,000 people entered your home in one single day without your permission, I'm pretty certain that you'd call it an invasion too. Suella Braverman, though, was heckled by Labour MPs before adding this. She says, "Let them try. I know that I speak for the decent, law-abiding, patriotic majority of British people from every background that want safe and secure borders." And she's right. She's our last hope, right? Labour would be open doors, would be like Swiss cheese. The British people aren't racists, they're realists. That's why they recognise that we simply cannot be the end destination for every economic migrant illegally arriving here. Where are the homes? Where are the GPs? Where are the school places? Can our virtue signalling MPs answer me that? Parliament seems to care more about the accommodation of law-breaking illegal aliens than they do that of law-abiding British nationals who are facing, let's not forget, a mortgage crisis. There's nothing racist about believing that border controls are a good idea for both national security and a law-abiding citizenry. The Policing Minister, Chris Philp, he said it's a bit of a cheek for people who have entered the UK illegally to then go on to complain about cramped conditions when they get here. He's not wrong. If you illegally enter a country, hopping through Europe to get here, don't expect the red carpet upon arrival. And at a time when the BBC report that Albanian drug gangs are using migrant camps of northern France as a makeshift job agency, offering to pay for the passage of those that are prepared to engage in wanton acts of criminality when they get here, I'm asking you a really simple question. If you don't have border controls, can you really have national security? Can you even have the nation state? I think the answer to those questions is a profound no. And the senior Tory MP, Craig McKinley, he's warned that the Conservatives risk losing dozens of seats at the next general election if they don't start to take the migrant crisis seriously because of the threat of a new UKIP-style party emerging. And folks, judging by the raucous reception that's been rolled out for Nigel Farage on this very issue, on this very channel, I dare say that the Tories and Labour may be reminded of this threat at the ballot box sooner rather than later.